Hello game developers, welcome back to the channel. In this video we'll go through a GDevelop example which implements a split screen feature. Now this split screen feature I feel would be good when making multiplayer games, as it gives each player their own screen. So the example has been added to the GDevelop repository, so we can search it up in GDevelop 5. So the first thing you do is head into File and create a new project. So we're going to search for the example. You can search up splits and you should see the example right there. So it was made by Arturo555, which he's a GDevelop core contributor, and the description is a split screen multiplayer made in just 2 events. Wow, that's amazing. So let's open this, and project name, we'll leave that as the default, which is a randomly generated name. So create projects. And this should download the project, and once it's downloaded you should be welcomed with this screen. So from the scene, if you zoom in, you can see all this, which represents the exact player, which player it is. So this is the player number, so whichever player is displayed here is the player which owns this part of the screen. So let's preview this, let's have a look at this. So this is what it looks like. This is the player 1 screen. As you can see, the name on the player. I can use this the default arrow keys to move my player 1. As you can see, it moves on every screen, and the camera follows the player 1 on his exact screen, but does not on the other screen. So we'll move onto our player 2. This is our player 2 screen, so we can move our player 2 this way. As you can see, it moves. The camera follows the player on the player 2 scene, which is nice. That's what we want. We have keys for our player 3. Okay, so we have one for our player 4 right here. So this is back, and this should be front for our player 4. So we can move our player 4 same way. This is our player 4's screen. So there you go. So that's the preview. Let's go to the events and see how this works. So in our main events, well, basically this is an extension which gives each player a control to move the players. So each player in the screen have their very specific ID. Where we have this, if we zoom in on the play, they all use the same sprites, the different IDs. So back into our events, and you can see this is the extension which gives each player their specific movement. Players also have a tag, which is the name displayed on top of the player right there. So, and this ensures that each tag follows the player right here. So next, we have the variable screen. So this is what ensures the camera follows each player depending on their own screen, while this renders the current scene into sprite screen. So this means that in our main event, let's zoom out, this is what actually handles the screen. So I can drag this grid out here, and this is a screen, this is a screen, there we go. Okay, so the extension allows the scene to be rendered on a sprite. So if we drag out this scene right there and pull this all the way here, this should stretch this screen. We can preview this. And okay, stretches the scene. So as you can see, this is the player 1 up there, so it stretches that a lot, which is not really nice, but well, it's simple. And this should allow you to create those multiplayer games where one player has the top screen or the bottom screen. You can also resize this. I've seen this in some games where one player has one side, it's kind of arranged vertically like this. So one player has this side of the screen, not up, but one has the right and one has the left side. So we can preview this, and here we go. So I know it's stretched out. You need to resize the screen to get a proper scale of this. So there you go. That's what the example looks like, and this should help you in creating your multiplayer games in GDevelop. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Thanks for watching.